Hi, welcome back. I'm your host, Master Sergeant Retired, AnnaMaria Bliven, and we are privileged to have with us in our virtual studio, Megan and Justin. Now, Justin is somebody you've already know. Justin is somebody that you already know, but you may have seen like this. But Megan is a very special person in the fact that she has joined our team for VWAS, and that's Veterans Warriors One Stop Shop. And I'll tell you more about that as we conclude this episode. Hi, say hi, Justin. Say hi, Megan.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, we're coming to you as a threesome to talk about something very near and dear to all of us. And the fact that Justin and I were in the service. Megan, do you have someone in your family that's in the service?
So I was married to a National Guardsman in my late teens and early 20s, but I am the daughter of, or the granddaughter of servicemen and the daughter of police officer, which is a very similar culture. So that's kind of how I got into it to start out with. And I've been working in the family programs field for about 15 years now.
That's awesome. So to talk to someone in the inside of the support of families, I couldn't think of anyone more qualified for this episode than you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on this episode. So to get things started, I want to set the scene. So you were working with Family Readiness Group, right?
So yes, I started out as a 19-year-old doing Family Readiness Group leadership for one of our local National Guard units. And I was in that position as a volunteer for about 4.5, 5 years.
Can you give the audience just a little snippet of what you did in that position, in the helping out with the Family Readiness Group position?
Sure. So I'm just going to give a brief overall what a FRG is. An FRG is a group that's made up of the support system of a unit. So that's spouses, parents, siblings, boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends. We got a little bit of everybody. Sometimes veteran service organizations. And we all come together into one location to basically provide a network of support that surrounds a particular unit. You see them really strong on Army bases or bases where the family's support system isn't there for soldiers. My experience specifically is within communities where, they did have their family network, but nobody knows what a National Guard family goes through like other National Guard families, because it is kind of a unique service because you still have a whole civilian life and then you also have your military career. So the goal of FRG is to provide information back and forth between the family members and the command staff of the team to make sure that, we're hearing things about what's going on. Because a lot of times some of our soldiers would go to drill and come back and we wouldn't have a clue what they were doing until it was time for them to go out the door. So this kind of gave us a place to get information and to get resources that were available to us. We also did a lot of social things to create that kind of network of community, baby showers, send-off parties, welcome home parties. We did some wedding showers. We did a little bit of everything, but it was just to create that sense of we're all a family within this unit. And then we also kind of adopted new families that came in. We would teach new families about what military lifestyle is, introduce them to, the culture within our particular unit, and just kind of provide a handoff to them so that they didn't feel like they were going at things alone.
That's especially really helpful when we have to leave.
Right.
That's a very stressful situation taking place in the family when we have to leave.
Very much.
Yeah. So
and especially with our Guard families, because a lot of times they don't really pay attention to the military aspect of their spouse's career until they're about to deploy for, an extended period of time.
Right. And I can tell you that in the evolution of the Family Readiness Group, it used to be a family support group. And before that, it wasn't really much of anything. But the military has started to realize that we can't do our job unless the home fires are still burning, basically.
Absolutely.
right? And the only way that we're going to do that is if we're in partnership with our family. So family support group was the first to actually get started. But when we got into a situation with Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and we were tested as a family support situation, we did not pass that test. And it was then that the leadership of the Department of Defense realized that unless the family were ready, the military member wasn't ready to do their job. And so that became a family readiness situation. And as I understand it, is now also a military family readiness. So the fact is that to prepare for deployment and mobilization, now we work as a partnership in getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm really glad to know that. And I'm sure a lot of our audience is also really glad to know that. But I'm wondering too, if some of the people in the audience may be wondering, well, how do I tap into this? Because this is the first I'm hearing this. Well, we're going to talk about that right after these messages.